Alright guys, welcome to the fundamental chapter of this course. Today we're going to talk about how to research a coin. So, we are technical analysts and we do make trading decisions, especially for shorter term trades by the charts. However, sometimes we're going to have some projects that are interesting to us from a fundamental standpoint because we're into the blockchain technology and how it's changing the world. So from a fundamental standpoint, there might be some coins we're more interested in holding, maybe medium term, like a swing trade, or just a long-term holding. You might want to stake that token. You might just want to hold it on a hardware wallet for a long time and realize the price appreciation of that token. So how do we perform this fundamental research to make sure we're getting into a solid project? Well, we know about TradingView and the charts, but we're going to talk about how to research a coin. Okay, so the first website I'm going to show you guys is CoinGecko. I'm going to go here to the home page of coingecko.com, and what CoinGecko basically is a rankings, right? We have a rankings, and the first page shows the top 100 rankings, and this is in order of market cap, right? And what we call market cap is the price multiplied by the total circulating supply, the supply of the token, right? So if there's only one Bitcoin in existence, pretend there was only one Bitcoin, and the price is 55,753, the market cap would be 55,753. But of course, there's 18 mil or something like that Bitcoin in circulation, so the market cap is over 1 trillion. Okay, so this is ranked by market cap. You can see Ethereum is number 2 spot, and market cap is very, very important in the crypto and investing world, right? Because it pretty much gives us and shows us the potential growth of a token, right? Let's say you're trying to measure growth potential. Well, you want to look at the top market cap projects as kind of a guideline as to just how big your coin can grow. And that's not to say that things can change and there can't be a paradigm shift in the investing universe, and how there is a paradigm shift every few years, right? Especially in crypto, something that moves so fast as blockchain technology. But it's a good guide. For example, if you want to invest in Ethereum right now, you see that the market cap is $200 million. You would compare it to Bitcoin kind of as an upper limit, right? An upper bound. So what you can do right now is multiply this by 5 and you'd get to the 1 trillion. That's kind of your upper bound. If you were to invest in Ethereum right now, you can at most, in the most positive scenario, safely predict a 5x price on Ethereum, as a ceiling. I'm not saying it's going to happen. You got to do the research we're about to talk about. You got to have a nice entry on the chart, and you have to hold for however long it takes. I'm talking about a potential ceiling. In other words, a safe, a reserved price prediction, okay? Maximum price prediction, okay? And that's how we do it, right? So if you want to compare a coin in the 100s, let's say there's a coin here that works on decentralized cloud storage solutions, and you want to compare it to maybe a coin in the top 30 that works on decentralized cloud solutions. For example, Filecoin. Where is Filecoin? Filecoin is here, number 20, right, with a 5 billion market cap. You could compare that potential to another coin you're looking at around here, in terms of growth potential. Of course, you got to do the rest of the research we're about to talk about, but it's just something to think about. So the other thing to know about CoinGecko is this first page of the top 100. You'd refer to these as large cap, right? Large cap, and cap is market capitalization. Large cap tokens, right? So these are the top 100. They're stronger. They're probably less volatile and less risky than smaller cap tokens. And we'll talk about that. If we go to the next page, you can call something like, you can see the market cap here, 700 million. So maybe under $1 billion. You can consider that medium cap tokens, right? Medium cap tokens from under $1 billion to, let's say 300 million or so. So page 3 here, you're under 300 million, and you can start to refer to these as small cap tokens. These are small caps, right? And then you could say under 100 million is micro cap tokens, right? Especially, so on page 6 here, or 5 here. Let's hit it one more time. These tokens under 100 million, you can start to call these micro cap, right? Very small cap tokens. Of course, there's more risk with these. These will be more volatile, and price will move, more rapidly, technical analysis will probably work less on these tokens because they have less liquidity as well, okay? So just something to keep in mind. All right, so let's go back to the home page here. We're going to come down here to Avalanche, and we're going to click on Avalanche. You can see it's number 30 with a $3.8 billion market cap, and its price is $30 right now. It's down on the day a little bit, and it's up on the week a little bit, 3.3% for the past 7 days, right? So let's give that a click there. We're here in the Avalanche AVAX page. You can see how many people star this for their portfolio. You can see more information here like the market cap, the 24-hour high and low. You can see the 24-hour trading volume, the circulating supply, and the maximum supply, right? You can see the maximum supply there, 377 million, while the circulating supply is 127, so about a third of that. Sorry, this is the total supply, and this is the maximum supply, right? That could ever be minted. Okay, we're going to talk about max supply. You can see the fully diluted valuation, which, you know, the market cap is 3 billion there, but if all supply was to be in circulation right now, this would be the market cap, 21 billion, right? So that can help you kind of analyze and, you know, put a value on different tokens. So you can read about the token here, and this is where you want to start your fundamental research, reading about what it is. AVAX is the native token of Avalanche. It is a hard-capped, scarce asset that is used to pay for fees, secure the platform through staking, and provide a basic unit of account between the multiple subnets created on Avalanche. You can then come up here and click on markets. Every time you're interested in buying a token, you're going to want to click on markets and see the different exchanges that offer the AVAX token and the different pairs, right? So if you wanted to buy it, you might have a Binance account, and you could buy it there. You could buy it on Pangolin, a DEX built on Avalanche itself, etc. So next thing you want to do is open the website, which I have open for us. So we're going to take a look at it. Open a Twitter, the Telegram, all that stuff, and open the GitHub here. And we're going to go here and look at these tags, right? There's several tags here. The one we're going to click on is Smart Contract Platform, because this tells you the type of crypto project that this is, right? It could be payments or currency, something like Bitcoin or Zcash or XLM or something like that. It could be a smart contract platform. So we're going to go ahead and click on that, and it'll take you to a page where you're going to be able to compare that sector or that industry, right? Of course, Ethereum is the #1 in terms of smart contract platform blockchains, right? Cardano is the second, and you can see its market cap ranking here. And so you can see Avalanche right here is in the top 10 smart contract platforms, okay? I wouldn't include Chainlink. I don't know why it's here, so keep that in mind. And you can compare it to the sector and see where everything is at, right? And so that's a cool thing to do if you want to do sector analysis. Okay, moving on, we're going to go to the Eva Labs website here, okay? So here on the website is another place to do more fundamental research. You're going to want to read their project, make sure they have a nice website, they have a community, you're going to read about their team, read about what you can do on the blockchain, see if they're live yet. You're going to want to look at their roadmap, their key features, their, you know, who they're backed by from a VC or capital financing standpoint. Anderson Horowitz is a very, very big VC. Polychain Capital is another one, so you're going to like to see that. Big name capital ventures backing these cryptos. That's a good sign. Then you're going to want to, you can sign up to a newsletter, etc. But what we're going to do is find the roadmap. So roadmap right there. All right, so they have kind of all these things that they're working on, right? And post mainnet, they're going to be working on all these things. And, you know, a little description of each. You're going to want to see the roadmap. Some are more detailed, some than others. Some updated more frequently. So you're going to want to see them and keep them honest, right? They need to accomplish the things that they set out to do. All right, the next piece, the next website I want to show you guys is called Coindar. Coindar, you're going to want to search a token. So we're looking for AVAX. And this is just to show you upcoming events. You can see the month of March, everything that's happening in Avalanche, just so you're aware from a fundamental or news standpoint, different things that'll be going on. These can be partnerships, upgrades, integrations, or new features, exchange listings, whatever it may be, right? So it's always cool to come check this out. And have that in mind. Next thing we're going to want to look at is their Twitter. So you can see the Avalanche Twitter page here. You're going to want to see how often they post and what they post about. You're going to want to see frequent updates. You're going to want to see partnership announcements, and just a big engaged community around the project. You're going to want to see this follower number growing. While it is good to get in early and get in before other people are aware of a project, you do want to see a project and its community growing. You want to see constant engagement with the community and constant announcements, okay? The more people that back something, you see something like Coindar backing something, that's a good sign, right? So the next website I recommend is Binance Research, research.binance.com. So you can read about a project here. If you don't want to start on CoinGecko, you can start here. They have a nice little summary about the project, right? Here's all the technical stats, how Avalanche can confirm transactions in under 1 second, support the entire Ethereum development kit, and enable millions of independent validators to participate as full block producers due to its unique architecture. You can see it's an open source platform for launching DeFi applications and enterprise blockchain deployments. So while they are a smart contract platforms, they have chosen to focus on the space of DeFi, decentralized applications. Here we can see their development activity. This one's very important because we want to see that their developers are shipping code, right? You don't want to see developers that never ever ship. You can see the past year here. While it does seem a little bit down recently, especially on a 6 months here, that's more clear. 3 months is a bit more sideways, so that's better to see. And 1 month, we do have a small dip in the last week or so. Ideally, you want to see this always going up, right? But it is good to see the last commit was just 2 hours ago. Okay, you want to see a lot of commits, preferably every day, or definitely every week, right? Again, so you have all the links to all their pages here. And you can read about the use cases or utility for the token, right? You want utility for a crypto project that you're invested in. You don't want it to be nothing, right? Back in 2017 in the ICO stage, they were releasing a bunch of tokens that didn't do anything, okay? So peer-to-peer transfer value, staking and securing the network as a validator, paying for operations, computation, and storage, and creation of new blockchains and sub-networks, because Avalanche is a layer 0 protocol where you launch your own blockchain, okay? And we're going to talk more about that. But next, I'm going to recommend Medium. On medium.com, you'll find probably 99% of crypto projects have their Medium page, and this is their personal blog pretty much, where they update you on all their partnerships and announcements. So I do recommend you follow. You can see I'm following here Avalanche. You follow your favorite projects or projects that you are researching, so you stay up to date with all their announcements, all their partnerships, integrations, and all the news surrounding that. Okay, that's very important. And you're going to want to see frequent updates here, just like Twitter. You can see March 16th, March 16th, March 15th, 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 11th. These guys are active. Okay. Next, we're going to talk about CoinMarketCal. So CoinMarketCalculator, you're going to come into the search here, and you're going to type in whatever you are searching for. And we are searching for Avalanche there, AVAX. All right, then you're going to click the magnifying glass search here. And this is similar to Coindar. They're going to show you upcoming news. And so you can see all the news and events for Avalanche this month and upcoming. Okay, so it's good to check both so you don't miss anything. Okay, lastly, we're going to talk about the white paper, and this is on the website itself. There's a link to the white paper. You see we're on their website here, but I just have this open. So we're going to look at, I recommend you read the white paper thoroughly for every project that you're putting a lot of money into, guys. If you're making a quick day trade here or there and you're familiar with the project, it's the top 100 project that you're familiar with because it's been on your watch list for a while, maybe it's okay. But if you're putting a lot of money into something, especially longer term or medium term, you should read the white paper, right? And so we're open up their native token dynamics here, and we're going to scroll down. We're not going to read all of this, but we're going to read about the key design tokenomics of the AVAX token. So The resources spent by validator for staking are proportional to that validator's total stake. This is very common in proof of stake protocols, okay? The bigger your stake, the bigger rewards, right? The rewards accumulated by validator for validating are proportional to the validator's stake, yes. Since Avalanche is leaderless, there is no rich get quicker compounding effects. Validators that lock their stake for longer are rewarded more as well. Validators are incentivized to stay online and operate correctly as the rewards are based on proof of uptime and proof of correctness. And then these are some very important things here. AVAX is a capped token supply. Not every token is capped. Some are inflationary, which means they have no maximum supply. You can see AVAX has a maximum supply of 720 million. So keep that in mind if you're investing in an inflationary token. Usually, it might be that they're minting new tokens to pay staking rewards, to pay the validators, right? Or whatever it may be. But again, a capped token like Bitcoin itself will be deflationary because over time, as the full supply comes into circulation and demand for the token grows, the supply cannot grow anymore because it is capped, and so price should appreciate. And then more use cases. While capped, AVAX is still governable. The rate at which maximum cap is reached is subject to governance. This brings us to governance, and holding tokens usually in proof of stake protocols, gives you governance benefits, which simply means that by being a token holder, you'll be able to vote in a decentralized way on new upgrades or the direction in which you want to take the blockchain. You can write up a proposal and even propose it to the community, and then everybody else who holds AVAX tokens will be able to vote. And this is the governance process of most proof of stake blockchains, right? And then again, there might be another thing is there might be burning mechanisms, right? Fees are not paid to any specific validator. Instead, they are burned, thus increasing scarcity of AVAX. So not only is it a capped supply, which makes it scarce, they also burn fees. Fees are paid in AVAX on the Avalanche blockchain, as we saw, and these fees are burned. Like I said, some blockchains mint new tokens and they're inflationary to pay validators, and some take from the fees on the blockchain to pay the validators, the stakers, to pay them their stake and rewards. So in Avalanche's case, the fees are not paid to the validator, they are actually burned, and new tokens are not minted to pay the validators either, okay? So, governance, you guys can read about the governance there. Token economics, we spoke about this. And then you guys can go read more in detail about their minting fees, their transaction fees, and the governance protocols and all that if you're interested. I just truly recommend. It never takes too long, right? Maybe an hour or less of your time, depending how in-depth and how slow you read, but I highly recommend reading the white paper. And that is it for how to research a coin. And if you are very into a project after doing all that, you may add it to your watch list here. As you can see, I got AVAX under my infrastructure. You could also call this smart contract platforms, or however you want to organize your watch list. And it's on my watch list here. I'm comfortable with it from a fundamental standpoint because I've done my research. I'm a fan of AVAX, so if trading opportunities present themselves, I'll get involved and add AVA to my portfolio. And so I hope you guys have learned something here today, and I'll see you in the next lesson.